They laughed when he walked out of the office with a cardboard box in his hands. "You're just not the right fit," they said. But what they really meant was something else. "You don't belong here." He didn't argue. He didn't beg. He didn't even look back, because they had no idea that the man they fired that day would one day return to this same building, not as an employee, but as their CEO. And before this story ends, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, because stories like this don't just inspire, they change the way you see life. Marcus Johnson was not born into success. He grew up in a small neighborhood where dreams usually died early. His mother worked 2 jobs just to keep the lights on. His father left when he was only 7 years old. While other kids played outside, Marcus stayed up late with books in his hands. He believed one simple thing: if I work harder than everyone else, I'll make it. Years later, his dream finally came true. He got a job at one of the biggest tech companies in the city. For Marcus, this wasn't just a job. It was proof that he belonged in a world that never expected him to be there. But from the very first day, he felt something was wrong. In meetings, his ideas were ignored. When he spoke, people interrupted him. When he succeeded, someone else took the credit. One day, he overheard his manager whispering, "He's smart, but he's not leadership material." Marcus understood what that really meant. So he worked harder, stayed later, delivered results no one could deny. But when promotion time came, the opportunities went to others. People with less experience, less talent, but different faces. Marcus stayed silent until the day everything collapsed. One Monday morning, he was called into the HR office. His manager was sitting there with a cold smile. "We've decided to let you go," she said. Marcus felt the words hit him like a punch. "But my performance is excellent," he replied. HR slid a paper across the table. "Company restructuring," they said. But Marcus knew the truth. Minutes later, he walked out of the building holding a cardboard box. Employees watched him. Some looked away, some smiled. That day, something broke inside him. Not his confidence, not his ambition, his innocence. For months, Marcus struggled. No job, no money, no support. There were nights he couldn't sleep, days he wanted to give up. But one night, he made a decision that changed everything. "If they don't want me at their table, I'll build my own table." He started learning everything he could: business, technology, leadership. He launched a small startup from his garage. At first, nobody believed in him, but Marcus had something most people don't. Pain turned into purpose. Years passed. His startup grew slowly, then suddenly, from a small project to a powerful company. Investors started noticing him, media began talking about him, and then one day he got a phone call that shocked him. The same company that fired Marcus was now in trouble. Profits were falling. Reputation was damaged. They needed a strong leader. The board of directors discussed many names, but in the end only one name remained: Marcus Johnson. When Marcus walked into the same building again, everything felt different. The same corridors, the same offices. But now people stood up when he entered. His former manager looked nervous. The HR officer avoided eye contact. Marcus was officially announced as the new CEO. Silence filled the room. The man they once rejected was now their boss. On his first day as CEO, Marcus called a meeting. Everyone expected revenge. They thought he would fire the people who fired him. But Marcus said something no one expected. "I was fired from this company once, not because I was bad at my job, but because I didn't fit your idea of success. Today, I'm not here to take revenge. I'm here to change this company forever." He introduced new policies, equal opportunities, diversity, fair promotions. And before leaving the room, he said, "You didn't lose me that day. You lost your vision." Years later, the company became one of the most inclusive workplaces in the world, and Marcus proved one powerful truth. Sometimes being rejected is not the end. Sometimes it's just the beginning. So if you believe in stories like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because the next story might change your life too. They fired him because he was black, but he returned as their CEO